Hello, my name is Roxanne Brown. Back in 2017, I wrote an article with the title, A Love Letter to Change Management. I wrote the article because by then, I had been a change professional for 20 years, and I wanted to share how I became aware of change management and why I stayed committed to it. Many people had asked me why I would choose this career. It certainly wasn't popular over the 20 years, and it was, a new industry, so that was strange for them. And I understand why they would ask the question. It's also a risky profession because you're playing in the realm of emotions and behaviors in the workplace, and that's largely uncharted territory. So I wanted to share a little bit about the article and the backstory, and that's what this video is all about. The article is pretty short, so I'm going to read it to you first, then I'll share some thoughts with you on the other side. It starts, Dear CM. When I first met you, my life at work was in turmoil. At the office, people who were standing just feet apart wouldn't acknowledge each other. It was as if they didn't know how, so they filtered each other out. Everyone decided to keep to their friends now that the company had decided to purchase a longtime competitor. There were new people in the office, and they were the enemy. They were our competition that for years we battled against for clients, industry awards, and big business. We knew them by name and by sight, and now they were in our office. They were supposed to be one of us now. How strange it all felt. The new people acted like they were in a foreign land, looking stunned, trying to adjust. It was beyond awkward. I retreated to my office to escape the pressure of those interactions. The rooms and the hallways were packed with emotion, pressing everything downward. Lots of slumped shoulders, lots of gazes to the floor, just a huge weight. A merger was announced one day, and with that, all the joy was sucked right out of our team. And then I met you. It was in a class I signed up for that was part of my undergraduate work. Change Leadership, it was called. That's where I discovered you. I had no idea what I was in for. Every week, a little more was revealed about you. Each lecture, each reading, the implications of you were incredible. It meant people didn't need to be the victims of inevitable changes that come to the workplace. It meant people could be guided through it, even choose how they wanted to experience it. They could be given control of their experience. You could do that for them. Incredible. And that wasn't all of it. It was better for the company too. People could adjust faster, be less distracted, be more productive, and grow resilient from the experience. Fascinating. When I finally grasped all that you had to offer, I remember thinking I had discovered something precious, something everyone should know about. Why isn't everyone doing this, I thought. That was you, CM. Bit by bit, what was happening at work became clearer. Now I could be compassionate and say what needed to be said, put words to what was happening. I could try to help us make sense of the transition. You helped me try. I was hooked. 20 years later, my commitment to you is undeniable. Yes, there was a time in the early days when I wondered if this was really a career. Many said I was crazy to pursue you. You won't last, they said. They said you were too this or not enough that. But I studied you. I persisted. I experimented and invented. I insisted on doing the work, and I insisted you were real. And I was right. Some have quipped that it's too bad the word management is in your name. It's true, it's not a great word and does have some negative associations, but so does change. I've heard all of the criticisms, and I feel immune to them now. I have earned my point of view. I know what it's like when you're present and when you're not, and that's all the resolve I need. I could have pursued many other professions, and before you I certainly did. Once you came into my life, I knew you were for me. I think like you. I feel empathy through you. I've served countless people through difficult situations with respect because of you. I've also helped people discover and create the culture they've longed for because of you. You have brought my life joy and meaning in ways I hadn't expected. To see the sudden light in people when they realize all you have to offer and that they can do it too, it's incredibly satisfying. Over and over, I've witnessed it. It does not get old. And you're always evolving. It's a delight to discover how you adapt to new ways of working. Learning is the essence of you. Not a clear career path? Maybe so. But you have given me a career I feel deeply aligned to, and that makes me brave every day, in service to others, and for something much bigger than me. Clear or not, for that you are absolutely worth it. My love and gratitude, Roxanne. So that's the article. You can tell from the story that the profession made sense to me. The work made sense to me. And even so, I can remember there were 3 distinct times in my career when I really questioned my choice to stay in the profession, because it, as I said, is a young profession, and because of that, the work can be questioned. The legitimacy of the work could be questioned. So each of those 3 times, I did some deep introspection to decide, am I staying in this or am I going to go in a different direction? But upon that introspection, I recommitted, because every single time I realized that this is how I'm wired, this is how I think. I really think of everything as change in order to make sense of the world. And I think if you are in a profession you love, that's probably what you do. So, for example, if you're a project manager and you love project management, you probably think of everything as projects, and then you make sense of the world based on that. If you're a data person, you probably think of everything as data first, and then make sense of the world based on that. If you're an engineer or if you're a process person, same thing, right? And so that I knew, again, upon introspection, this is how I think. And so that's why I stayed in it. I think if you have been in the change profession for more than 20 years, I don't think that's an unusual experience. I think you recommit because you have to. I think the profession requires you to. So I'm sharing this because if you're a change professional, I hope that if you have had a similar experience, that this is a comfort to you, perhaps. I hope that if you are new to the change world, maybe you might experience these things and not be concerned about it, or maybe you won't experience them and just continue to elevate and grow the profession. So, I hope that for you. And if you're someone who is hiring a change professional or working with a change professional, I want you to understand, I'm hoping you're getting out of this, that this is the people that you work with are probably really committed to this work, especially if they've been in it for a long time. So, and again, I hope this is useful and comforting to you, and I thank you for listening.